6, Roger Mayweather in black, Tony Baltazar in blue. A scheduled 10-round lightweight bout. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy live from Reseda, California in the San Fernando Valley. The referee is Lou Moret. The judges are Marty Denkin and Eddie Fierro, all from the Los Angeles area. And all three will figure in the 10-point must system scoring.
Then with the judging in this fight, you might get a big difference in the scorecards of the three officials because the fighters, their styles are so opposite. Mayweather's doing the moving, the running, and Baltazar is continually stalking. He's the aggressor. Some judges like fighters that are the aggressor, whether they land punches or not, and some judges give guys credit for moving around.
Mayweather cut Baltazar off balance, landed a combination to the face. Baltazar comes back at him, it misses with a right.
It seems that the only time Mayweather wants to throw a hard punch to him is when he's sure that Baltazar is completely off balance. He doesn't want to gamble at all in this fight.
Yeah, but I have him ahead on my card, and I certainly appreciate your analysis of how the scoring could go, and that's something that both boxers and their handlers should think about. Now, Mayweather says he took a low blow and is asking for a little respite. The referee, Lou Moret, says you got to keep fighting. Mayweather just can't take a rest because he thinks he got hit low.
Tim, he got hit a jab, but he does have a cup on. I don't think... That was a pretty good John Barrymore job as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it looks like he was going to come over and try and get a little rest in his corner. And that may be another indication that the pace he set is starting to get to him.
You know, Tim, his cup may not fit properly because that wasn't a very hard punch. But again, if the cup would shift, he could have been injured. He's still bothering him.
We're in the 6th round, scheduled for 10. In an odd kind of a fight. Mayweather working from the outside, jabbing effectively, a lot of movement. A frustrated Tony Baltazar unable to close the gap enough to land any punches, and when he gets in close, as Gil Clancy's pointed out, he's been going for the head, not the body. And just standing there and trying to lure Mayweather in, and Mayweather says, fine, I'll just keep throwing the jab at you.
Well, this is a new strategy on Baltazar's part. He wants Mayweather to punch. Mayweather's like an octopus, though. Can he tie you up?
Under a minute to go in round number 6. Roger Mayweather, the former WBA junior lightweight champion at 130 pounds, weighing 136 today. He's moved up into the lightweight ranks, probably for good.
Baltazar has to forget about that head for a while, Tim. Matter of fact, if I was in Baltazar's corner, I'd tell him to stand in the center of the ring and make the guy come to him. If he doesn't make the fight, there isn't any fight.
Under 30 seconds to go. Mayweather looking at his corner for approval or instruction. Billy Baxter, his manager, he's been effectively training himself. Jesse Reed, his former trainer, no longer in the picture with him. Final seconds of round number 6. Not a scintillating fight. Tim Ryan with Gil Clancy. Let's go back, Gil, and see the low blow in question from round 5.
All right, here's Baltazar moving on. There it was, Tim. It was the jab, and it was right on the center of the cup. That should not have bothered Mayweather that much. They do have a good protective cup. It wasn't a punch that ripped up or anything else.
Well, and Mayweather immediately wanted a little rest when the referee didn't get it, and appears on the worse for wear. Baltazar looks very relaxed in his corner, and he may feel that he's being aggressive and that the judges are with him. We'll find that out if the fight goes the distance. Well, round number 7.
I certainly wouldn't feel that way if I was in Tony's corner, Tim. But again, Mayweather takes 3 skips and he's right across the ring. He's got those long legs and he can move them.
We're live from Reseda, California. Hoping you enjoyed the golf coverage on CBS today. An exciting playoff victory by Tom Watson in the Western Open over Greg Norman. And an important lightweight battle here that has not really developed into much of a contest because of the two styles, of the frustration of Baltazar, his unwillingness to work with the body, and the unwillingness of Mayweather to stay anywhere where there can be an exchange of blows. There's a good right hand by Mayweather.
They have to teach Baltazar how to cut a ring off, Tim. Mayweather can go in and out of those corners as he feels like a revolving door.
Doing it now.
And boy, can he tie you up.
Baltazar roughing him up inside, but still trying to punch to the head even from that position. The easiest place, obviously, is a bang to the body if you get your arms free.
And Mayweather grabbed the ropes and threw a punch. That's a foul. He's not ashamed to tie you up, Tim, I'll tell you that.
Sure not. Baltazar Tried to get close that time. Again, was wrapped up by Mayweather. Well, some fights are hard to figure. This one would appear to have been an outstanding matchup, but it just hasn't developed. There's Mayweather standing for the first time flat-footed.
Because Baltazar, Tim, started to move back as if in frustration said, okay, you throw the punches. I'm just going to get one good one in. And he just may. You notice he's not stalking Mayweather as quickly as he has been. Now he's back to that stalking again.
Under a minute to go in round number 7. No love lost between these two at the moment. His tactics have been rough and dirty.
The problem is he lunges in with punches to the head. It's just so obvious. Can't reach him.
Less than 30 seconds left. Round 7.
You know, Tim, if this was a 20-foot ring instead of a 17-foot ring, maybe after the fight they'd have to introduce themselves to each other, because I don't think they touch each other.
Well, it has been effective, at least on my scorecard for Mayweather, but it has not made for great boxing theater. Coming to the end of round number 7. Whether the judges share my viewpoint, we'll find out 2 or 3 more rounds. Round number 8. Tony the Tiger Baltazar, very relaxed between rounds, almost giving the impression he thinks he's comfortably ahead, and who knows, maybe he is. That depends on the view of the judges and the referees.
Tim, when he moves in, Baltazar, he's stalking his opponent, but he doesn't move his head from side to side. He doesn't change his height. That's why it's even more difficult for him to get inside with Mayweather. He has to make Mayweather miss a punch and counter. And you don't do that by keeping your head straight. You've got to move it from side to side.
Round 8 scheduled for 10. Baltazar, good combination off the initial effort from Mayweather.
He does much better when he forces Mayweather to come to him. Mayweather has such a long reach. I think he could sit down in his corner and jab Baltazar while he's sitting in the other corner.
Listed at 75 inches, and he's used it very effectively in this fight. Certainly kept himself out of danger, and one wonders if he's still very mindful of that right hand of Rocky Lockridge's that took away his crown in February. He has not given Baltazar a chance for a punch like that. There's a solid straight right by Mayweather, and then Mayweather spins Baltazar around, scored an uppercut. Baltazar trying, as he has throughout, to close the gap, but just unable to make any consistent attack on Mayweather.
Well, Tim, since the Lockridge knockout, this is not the Roger Mayweather that I have seen before. He was a very aggressive fighter, good puncher. Now he's just boxing and, again, in our opinion, outpointing Tony Baltazar. But there are no solid punches. He just won't settle down to throw a punch. Won't take a chance.
This is his first fight since the February loss to Lockridge. Baltazar fought in May, a second-round knockout of Lupe Rojas after his defeat at the hands of Robin Blake in a long layoff to have a cut heel.
So my thought as a lightweight that Mayweather would be a lot more effective a puncher, settle down a little bit, but he's fighting like a featherweight instead of even a junior lightweight. And boy, can he grab.
Baltazar just pouring in there, though, as you have commented throughout the bout, not throwing punches as he's going in, just trying to stick his head in there and take a wild swing at the head of Mayweather, and it's just not working. Mayweather ties him up, and it just frustrates him more. Coming to the end of round number 8. This is scheduled for 10.